Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chris here with Peace and Stores, and today we're giving you a look at Datura. It's a new released game out on the PlayStation Network. Came out May 8th, I believe, for $10 on the US store at least. And it's the next game by the people behind Lingering Shadows, a demo scene group called Plastic, with also some help from Sony Santa Monica. The game is well, it's something else really. You're using the move controller as one option to walk around a forest, and by solving these little mini game things, you see like these little tableaus or set up things based on either somebody's life or something else. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. So basically, your main interface in this game is this disembodied hand here, which is mapped one-to-one with the move controller. You can see I can move back and forth like this. And use this hand to solve different things while going throughout the game. So you can see I can kind of pan to the left and right by holding in the cross button here. It moves across the screen just by moving the move back and forth. You can also walk backwards with holding in the circle. And then moving forward is just holding the move button and turning by moving left and right. So you're in this forest and you have a map, which you can see here. I've already done half of the game here with this, so I didn't fill out my map though, as I'll show you how to do that in a second. But if you fill out the map, you can see different things you need to do to progress. There's little areas you go to. The game runs at 60 frames a second, although it is not like a locked 60. There are a bunch of times where the frame rate will jump, which you might actually see in this video, as there might be some jittering or something. Yeah, if you rub these trees, you'll gain spiritual knowledge of the forest. That's what it says. By doing that, you draw on the map here. So you can see now when I pull up my map, I'll have some more stuff written. So now I have that bridge over there, as well as looks like the house. But I don't want to do the bridge puzzle, but I'll go pet another tree while we're talking about the game. So in this forest, all these little like scenes you do have two choices, a good and a bad choice. It's like a morality sort of thing. And by choosing one or the other, it doesn't actually directly affect the game's ending, but it will affect a couple things in the forest. Right now I've done all good choices, so you can see the forest is kind of alive. It doesn't look... Well, the trees may be dead. There's butterflies everywhere. And, well, the trees aren't dead, but, you know, it's fall, so the leaves are falling. But if you do the bad choices, there's a lot of fog and mist in the forest, and there's, instead of butterflies everywhere, there are flies, like house flies. It's kind of interesting whenever you're rubbing the trees like that. You can feel the controller vibrate like you're touching bark. So let's go do one of these little morality puzzle sort of things. So this is by Plastic. It's the people that did Lingering Shadows. If you remember that game, that was like an interactive video sort of thing. You could either watch the video fully, or there's this thing called interactive mode where you could step through the video like frame by frame almost and interact with different things like change perspective, that sort of stuff. It was one of the first games that came out with trophies back in the day too, so I know a lot of people bought it for that reason. Alright, so you can see frame rates dropping here a little bit whenever I'm walking through. It gets like that every once in a while, but it's never really horrendous, I guess. Although the game, if you play it with the DualShock, it is kind of, I'd say it's very difficult, almost unplayable, to do the puzzles they want you to end up doing. With the move, it's not too bad, but there are some points where I wish the game would be more, I guess, let you do more. It seems like it's sort of dumbed down. Like you use the trigger on the move controller to like grip things, but most of the time when you want to do that, you are like having to walk up to something, hit the triangle button. Like if you hit triangle, it lets you like focus in, so you can move around and see different things. But whenever you want to interact with something, you have to hold triangle, so it like locks onto it almost, which is something I wish you could just use the hand freely to do. So here's this little puzzle thing. So this thing's shooting at us every once in a while, so we have to block it whenever that shoots a ball at us, and then walk forward a little bit. So this will set up the next scene that we're going to enter, and all the scenes are different portions of, I don't know if it's somebody else's life or it's your life or who knows what, but during these scenes you have to make moral choices, which are either good or bad, and it takes about maybe a minute each scene. So the game is roughly, maybe if you don't know how to solve the puzzles, the game might be a little bit more than a couple hours. But if this is your second time playing, you can probably run through the game in about maybe 30 minutes. Alright, so here's one of the scenes we're talking about. We got a guy, it looks like World War I maybe. He's got a gas mask on. We're in the trenches here. So you can see in the bottom right-hand corner that gives you different commands to do with your move controller. So this time I have to sort of like I'm crawling through the trench. I have to move it forward like I'm digging or something. And when I get to him, I'll have to end up doing a couple more things. So let's see what we got here. So we're checking him. He looks like he's alive for now. So you notice now it's telling me to like rip his shirt up a little bit. So you move the move up and you can look in and see that. Alright, now here's where the choice comes into play. We can either see there's the gun up here, or there's the guy down here. We can pick what we want to do. So in this instance I think we'll pick the guy and save him. So now we're trying to get him out of the trench. So we're dragging him. You can see most of the things in the game are about this long. All the little cutscene, tableau sort of things. Little scenic segments, I don't know what you want to call it, but there's 8 in total, so I don't want to show you many more because it'll ruin the game for somebody who hasn't played it. I'll probably just show that's the only one I'll show. But so you can see, if I look at my map now, you'll notice that there's another white dot now down here. Whoop. Come on. Oh. See, the game makes it a little bit harder than it should be to do certain things. Alright, so there's a little map down there. There's a white dot. It seems like you have to fight the move controller to do some things a lot of the times. I also noticed whenever I was sitting down, I had to calibrate the controller maybe 3 or 4 times for it to get working properly, and I ended up just giving up and play standing up. It might just be me doing the calibration wrong or who knows what, but there's a lot of things this game could have done a little bit differently and made it a little smoother process, I think. Also, the movement speed's pretty slow. There is a run. Here's the run, but you get tired by doing that, so you don't want to do that much. So you can see that everything's gated off here. You have to complete each 4 challenges to open a gate. There's also a first area, which I did already, where you can do 4 other challenges. I think I pushed both those in. Yeah. So yeah, for $10, I'm not sure. If you really, really like Lingering Shadows, it might be something you want to check out, or even Detuned. I think that was a different group that did that one, but it's the same kind of thing. It's kind of like a little tech demo-ish sort of thing for the move controller here. Let's touch this tree. Make more of my map show up. But yeah, this is Datura. It's out now on PlayStation Network in most regions. I think Japan's the only one that doesn't have it. There's no demo at the moment, but I don't know if they're going to work on that or not. So if Lingering Shadows is your sort of thing, you might want to check it out. Otherwise, I might wait until a sale. So yeah, you can check our review on the website. It's psnstores.com. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the video here. I'll try to answer them. So yeah, this is Chris signing out. Check out my hand. Wow. Super close hand action. See ya. Wave bye. Wave. Wave. Bye. See you guys.